Greetings everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm your host Captain Rye, and today's YouTube video is going to be my gift to my subscribers. This is a subscriber submitted replay and it comes from one of my subscribers, NinjaFox. We've seen NinjaFox before here, so I've featured a couple of his plays, and this time he's in his Leander. Yes, the glorious, gorgeous Leander. Except, I don't really like the ship, but I do like its sister ship, the Perth. Mostly because it has high explosive and standard armor piercing. NinjaFox is going to go ahead and do some pretty damn good work considering the limitations that the British cruiser lines have in this battle. He pushes up into the sea cap point on Shards. Now, Shards is a map that I've been getting a lot, and I'm pretty sure that, like the trap map, Domination is the only match mode it has. Enemy cruiser that he's shooting at there gets taken out by an allied ship who secures his first blood. But you'll notice that there's another enemy cruiser back there, and he is sailing broadside on. I will say one thing for the British cruisers: they are incredibly accurate with their fire, and Sergeant manages, and NinjaFox here manages a nice fat hit, but no citadels. He does do a blind fire on that cruiser, but only manages to get a ricochet. Looking at the situation now, both teams have lost one ship. The enemy team is in the process of capturing A and B. Now, allowing that team to capture both of those could result in the enemy team having a better points advantage, even if they start losing more ships. I can't tell you the number of times I've lost games because I've had teams that simply will not cap. Enemy cruiser is spotted yet again as Ninja leaves his smoke screen, but Ninja's also spotted and that cruiser is not having it, and he fires back, and this is the first real damage that Ninja has taken all game. He's going to go ahead and he's going to head down back behind these islands. Now, this is one location on this map that I really don't understand why people keep coming down here. There's no reason to. It takes you out of the battle. Not only does it take you out of the battle, it prevents you from shooting at the other ships. And there's nothing of value back over here. But Ninja spots an enemy Nicholas that's tried to be sneaky and get around back behind the island. He pops his hydroacoustic to spot those torpedoes, and of course as the Nicholas is popping his smokescreen, trying desperately to hide in it, he's not going to have any luck. That hydroacoustic is going to keep that poor little destroyer spotted, and that poor little destroyer was caught between a rock and a hard place, and I'm sure you can guess where the hard place was: on our hero NinjaFox. Of course, I would probably be about the same if I had such a nice, juicy kill. Performs a non-stir, a little tactical beaching action there, gets himself backed up, and he's just going to kind of sit here and smoke for a little bit as he pops his repair ability. This is something else that I see a lot of people just don't do very often. They don't use their repair abilities. The repair ability only repairs so much damage, and it's important to pay attention to it. It's not like you can sit there and repair all of that damage all at once. It'll only repair something like 20%. So if you pop it after you've hit what you know is about your maximum available damage to repair, you can start repairing that and get back up to full strength, rather than wait, drop half your HP, repair a little bit, have to wait another minute, drop half your HP, do it again, and end up with a repair or two left when you die. That's always something that I see people do. It's like, why wouldn't you use your repair ability 30 seconds ago before you took that massive hit? Because now you have a lot less health, and you're repairing, and you're being shot at. Anyway, our hero's going to go ahead and he's going to push up back from the other side of these islands. The enemy cruiser who was pushing down here pretty much saw the death of his ally and just said, nope, turned right around and headed right back up north. right back up west. This map gets confusing. To regroup with his friendly teammates. There's a bunch of ships up there, and the enemy team has managed to capture B. Now, they're only down by 1 ship, but they have 2 cap points, which means they can very quickly get that cap advantage. Assuming they manage to kill somebody else, especially, that's going to be a problem. Friendly destroyer puts torpedoes out into the water. Now, those torpedoes are going to be important. As NinjaFox here manages to start firing shots at this cruiser, he gets a nice fat citadel. This cruiser is continuing to sail broadside on, even though he's now received 2 citadels from an enemy cruiser that he's sailing broadside onto. Can Ninja secure the kill? It looks like those torpedoes from that destroyer might actually hit that cruiser. Oh, come on, get the kill. No, he doesn't do it. Friendly destroyer nabs the kill on that cruiser, who, for reasons unknown, continued to sail broadside on to a ship that was putting citadels in him. And as a result of that decision, he eats a bunch of torpedoes. At the very least, though, in the chat, he's not being salty about it. That's something else you see way too often. Way too many salty players popping up in chat to complain that they got torpedoed. Well, maybe if you didn't sail in a straight line, it wouldn't happen. Enemy team is down even more ships now, giving the ship advantage to Ninja's team. And not only do they have the ship advantage at this point, but they also have the HP pool advantage, as more of Ninja's ships are full strength. He fires off torpedoes there at the enemy battleship in the distance, and is detected by some of the enemy ships that are to the forward section of his ship there. But he's not too concerned about it. Mostly, he's got to worry about that battleship whom he's sailing broadside onto. He takes shots in there from the ships that are off his bow there, and he's going to go ahead and get into the B cap point. His smokescreen is available. He's going to pop his smokescreen and drop off detectability as he narrowly avoids eating more shells there. That battleship is in a world of hurt. He's now being harassed by a destroyer behind him and a cruiser with torpedoes in front of him. He's also close enough for Ninja's secondaries to continuously open up on him. It's a shame the British secondaries don't have high explosive, because at the very least he could try and set the sky on fire. However, that battleship is angling very, very well, and so that's going to force Ninja to fire high into the superstructure and get those overpins, because there's no way his shots are going to bounce or do any damage if he fires into that bow. The battleship is being smart. He is constantly maneuvering, changing directions as much as possible. And when you're approaching a smokescreen, you definitely have to do that, or you're just going to lend yourself to sailing right into torpedoes. And speaking of torpedoes, NinjaFox has got his torpedoes off. He fires them in a spread, single file, and manages to secure the kill, hitting that battleship for 3 of them. He also manages to secure the cap. And that means that he's going to earn himself a nice fat chunk of XP. At this point, his team is now capturing A, and there's only 2 enemy ships left, and they're both battleships. I'd also like to point out at this point that Ninja has done a fantastic job on the ship, having scored over 77,000 damage, and he's just going to continue racking up that damage. When I play my Perth, I consider a reasonable game anything at 40,000 and above. Although I will say that if I don't do at least 40,000 damage in my Perth, I feel like I haven't done enough. However, he's managed to do over 80,000 damage at this point, and if I'm in my Perth and I do that amount of damage, that is a fantastic game. This battleship has nowhere to run. He's got a bunch of torpedoes in the water at him, and he's got more torpedoes on the way in the form of NinjaFox. He ends up dying to those torpedoes. I honestly think that battleship was probably going to try and go for the ram, because honestly, that's the only way he was going to be able to do any additional damage and take out a gun from the enemy ships in time. However, his friendly battleship over there is not being much help. He's trying to hide behind an island, and he's not doing a very good job of it. So NinjaFox is going to move up here and get around this. Friendly destroyer launches torpedoes off. This does prevent Ninja from coming around that island a little bit more, but that battleship takes a big ol' hit there. He's almost dead. Can Ninja secure the kill? Come on, there it is. Manages to secure that kill. That's 3 kills and 86,000 damage done in a Leander. That right there is a fantastic battle and a great example of what that ship can do. It almost makes me want to actually go play the British cruiser line again. Almost. Well, I'm probably not. Top of the team for XP earn, fantastic. But of course, it was only a tier 6 maximum battle, so he didn't have to worry too much about getting up tiered and dealing with a bunch of tier 8s, which is always the worst thing. When it happens in my Perth, at the very least, then I know I've got high explosive and I can set things on fire. Anyway, folks, that's it for today's video. If you like that video, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below. If you'd like to get semi-regular channel news and updates, I encourage you to like and follow me on Facebook. If you'd like to help support me and my channel, I encourage you to visit my Patreon. If you'd like to watch me play World of Warships and other games live, you can do so by following me on my Twitch channel. And if you've got a replay like this one that you'd like me to feature on my channel, you can do so by sending it to my email. You can find the links for all of those in the video description down below. I want to wish every single one of you, if you're watching this on the day that the video is published, a very Merry Christmas, a Happy Hanukkah, or just in general, a wonderful and peaceful Sunday. And as always, I'll see you next time. This is Captain Rye, signing off.